If you want the best landscape shots in Florida, you're gonna have to get off the dry trail. The best shots happen when you're waist deep in a cypress dome, wading through the Everglades. That means standard hiking boots are out, and bare feet are a recipe for disaster and a hospital visit. You're gonna need some decent heavy-duty water shoes or even neoprene waders for some spots. They'll give you the grip and protection to walk over sharp limestone rock and protect your feet from jagged roots and sharp coquina. If you aren't willing to get a little wet, you're probably missing some of the best composition Florida has to offer. Florida has a reputation for bugs that can completely ruin any outdoor activity, including landscape photography. They're still eating me right now. All I did was complain the whole time about gnats. When you're out there wading from blue through golden hour, the mosquitoes and no-see-ums will swarm. Standard bug spray can help a little bit, but it just doesn't do the trick here in Florida. The best bet is getting yourself a thermocell, and that's a complete game changer. It creates like a 15-foot bubble around you that protects you from mosquitoes before they can even get to you to bite. And it actually works. Just set it down next to you or clip it on your tripod and you'll have a nice buffer zone so that you can continue shooting compositions instead of swatting bugs away. So don't let the swarm of bugs dictate your composition or shooting schedule. Bring a thermocell. And while the mosquitoes and no-see-ums attack from the air, the real monsters are hidden in the grass. Ticks and chiggers can turn an amazing landscape photography shoot into weeks of misery. And these days, you can get several diseases from ticks that you just don't want. Spraying high-strength standard DEET on your skin just doesn't do the trick with these guys. Instead, borrow a tip from the hunters. Before you leave the house, treat your clothes with permethrin. Your outer layers, your socks, your boots. It comes in a spray bottle, you spray them down and let it soak into your clothes. And then when you're out in the field, it kills ticks, chiggers on impact. If I'm in an area known for heavy ticks, I'll even take some and spray it around me, just to keep them off, because they are nasty. But then you can hike through the trails, the woodlands, the marshes, and come back home without fear of bringing home any of the unwanted hitchhikers. Florida's environment is absolutely brutal on certain metals. If you use an aluminum tripod in the salty sea surf or the acidic waters of a mangrove swamp, it will corrode and lock up within weeks. You're gonna need a high quality carbon fiber tripod. They don't have to be super expensive, but just make sure you're using a carbon fiber tripod if you're consistently shooting in Florida environment. It'll handle the saltwater abuse with no problems, and it's significantly lighter to carry on long, humid hikes. And pair that up with some spiked or claw feet so that when you get into the sand or the mud that your tripod's steady and digs into the ground and you have a stable position. The Florida sun is extremely intense, and the glare coming off the ocean, wet sand, rocks, will wash out your images instantly. And this is something you can't really fix in Photoshop or Lightroom. So a circular polarizer is almost mandatory here. With a quick turn of your circular polarizer, you can cut through the glare and the reflections and start to reveal some of the beautiful details of the scene. It'll also deepen the blues in the sky, give you a little bit of contrast, and make everything really pop. So always pack a circular polarizer when you're shooting in Florida. Florida is famously flat, which means your mid-range lens often yields pretty boring looking compositions. So if you need to, ditch the middle ground and just carry a wide and a telephoto for most landscapes. You can use your wide-angle lens to get a vast view of the scene, use forced perspective and focus stacking to create depth in your images with foreground subjects. But then you can use your telephoto lens to really zoom in and pick out sections of subjects and light that bring the scene to life. A telephoto lens will allow you to isolate a single subject, zoom in, find sections of light, or bring compression into your scene. And there's also tons of wildlife here, so always pack a telephoto in Florida. Florida is definitely famous for tons of water. We have rivers, swamps, estuaries, canals, you name it, they're everywhere. So getting to remote locations often requires a boat or a kayak at least. And the threat of flipping is very real. After dunking 4 cameras into water myself, I've quickly learned that you need a water bag or a float bag. Anytime you're in a very watery area, if you're hiking through a swamp, kayaking down a river, you name it, I would definitely suggest packing a float bag and putting all your essential camera gear in that bag. They come in various sizes, so if you're just packing your camera, you can get a smaller one. If you have a ton of stuff, you can get a bigger one. These bags trap air inside, so that means if you do capsize or flip, the bag will float safely and keep everything dry. So it's an absolute must if you're photographing anywhere near heavy water. In Florida, that's all the time. It's the ultimate insurance policy if you're ever kayaking or out on the water. When you're shooting in the hot heat, sand, water, mud, you name it, for hours on end, your feet, they just take a beating. And there's one simple, easy, low-tech item that you can bring that will boost your morale more than anything. Clean, fresh socks. After spending hours wading through water, mud, ocean, swamps, sand, you just get so disgustingly filthy. When you come back, peel those nasty things off and put on a fresh, clean pair of socks, it's literally the best thing that you can do for yourself at that time. It's the ultimate luxury when you get back from a really nasty hike. It'll completely reset your attitude, it re-energizes you, and it'll give you the stamina to keep going for the afternoon shoot. So always carry a fresh pair of socks in your bag or car, and you'll thank me later. The air in Florida is intensely thick with salt spray, humidity, you name it. It's just a non-stop barrage of elements. The second you step outside, your lenses, your camera, your filters instantly fog up. Nothing you can do about it until you let it acclimate into the climate. It'll ruin your contrast, your sharpness, and cause ugly flaring that you just can't fix. And microfiber cloths alone, they're just gonna smear this around and just won't come off. You'll sit there and wipe forever and it just never comes off. It's just circles and circles of gunk. And this is where the lens pen comes in handy. Always keep a lens pen or two in your bag, your pocket. I keep one on me all the time because there's just so much residue that comes when you're shooting in salty environments that you just have to have it at all times. The brush side gets all the lens debris, the sand, the salt, everything that's caked on there. And then you can use the carbon fiber tip side and that'll remove all the smudges and residue without scratching your lens. So you can continue to shoot high quality images. It's pretty much the fastest way to keep your lens clean and pristine in a harsh environment. So always carry a lens pen or two when you're shooting in Florida. So the Florida heat is no joke, and this just happened to me 2 days ago. I nearly overheated, didn't even realize it. I came back in to take a break, didn't even know I was overheating, and I was like nauseous, almost passed out. Oh my God, guys, I'm seriously overheating right now. You can feel it, the bear's coming on. It'll sneak up on you real fast, so be extremely careful and always carry extra water. But the real problem is the humidity. When you sweat, there's nothing to evaporate the sweat, so you don't cool down. So your body just continues to sweat and sweat and sweat. And before you know it, you're out of water and you're starting to dehydrate. And you don't even realize it happens so fast. So you have to continue to keep replenishing that water while you're out there in the heat. You gotta carry significantly more water than you think. Always bring a large bottle and always have some available in your car when you get back. Dehydration leads to fatigue, poor decision making, and dangerous heat exhaustion. So, all kinds of opportunity, but I gotta be safe. Keep your energy up and stay sharp by packing extra water for every single hike or photo shoot. All right guys, so what did I forget? Let me know your #1 tip or piece of gear that you bring for harsh, humid environments. And we'll see you next time. Peace.